For thousands of years, they have stood as silent sentinels on the sands of time, the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing. The Pyramids of Giza. These colossal structures beckon us with their grandeur, whispering tales of pharaohs, gods, and a civilization that reached for eternity. But how did they do it? How did an ancient people, with tools we consider primitive, erect monuments that would outlast empires? Today, we peel back the layers of sand and stone to uncover the secrets of the pyramids. Let's begin by shattering a myth as old as the pyramids themselves, the idea that they were built by slaves, whipped into submission under the desert sun. This Hollywood portrayal couldn't be further from the truth. Archaeological evidence, including entire villages discovered near the pyramids, reveals a very different story. These were skilled laborists, a dedicated workforce of perhaps 20 to 30,000 Egyptians. They were builders, engineers, and artisans, organized into efficient crews. Excavations of their cemeteries show they received proper medical care, with bones set and healed. They weren't slaves. They were respected workers, paid in rations of bread, beer, and fish, a good wage for the time. They were building for their king, their god on earth, a project that united the nation. Now, let's talk about the sheer scale of the engineering. The Great Pyramid alone is made of over 2 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. These weren't just picked up nearby. The massive granite blocks used for the inner chambers were quarried in Aswan, over 500 miles to the south. How did they move them? Imagine this: massive wooden sledges dragged across the desert. But here's the clever part. Ancient murals show workers pouring water onto the sand in front of the sledge. Recent experiments have confirmed that the right amount of water hardens the sand, reducing friction by half. It was a simple yet brilliant solution. Once at the Nile, these giant stones were loaded onto barges and floated downriver during the annual flood season, which brought the water's edge much closer to the Giza Plateau. But getting the stones to the site was only half the battle. How did they lift them hundreds of feet into the air? This is one of the greatest debates. The most popular theory for a long time was a long, straight ramp extending out from the pyramid. The problem? For the Great Pyramid, such a ramp would have needed to be over a mile long, requiring more material than the pyramid itself. Other theories suggest a ramp that spiraled around the outside of the pyramid as it grew. A more recent, fascinating idea is the internal ramp. This theory, proposed by French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin, suggests that a straight external ramp was used for the lower third of the pyramid, while a corkscrewing internal tunnel was used to haul the blocks for the upper levels. This would explain the lack of evidence for a massive external ramp and could be one of the secrets still hidden within the stone. Beyond the engineering, there's a cosmic dimension to the pyramids that is simply mind-boggling. The Great Pyramid of Khufu is aligned to true north with a precision that modern architects would find difficult to replicate. The margin of error is less than 1/15 of a degree. How did they achieve this without a compass? They were master astronomers. By tracking the movement of stars around the celestial pole, they could pinpoint true north with incredible accuracy. Furthermore, some researchers, like Robert Bauval, have proposed the Orion correlation theory, suggesting the layout of the 3 main Giza pyramids mirrors the 3 stars in Orion's belt. While debated, it highlights the profound connection the ancient Egyptians had with the night sky. It's hard to imagine now, looking at their rough, sand-colored exteriors, but the pyramids didn't always look like this. When they were first completed, they were a dazzling sight. The core structure was encased in about 144,000 blocks of highly polished, white Tura limestone. These casing stones fit together so perfectly that you couldn't even slip a blade between them. In the brilliant Egyptian sun, the entire structure would have gleamed like a giant jewel. And at the very top, a capstone, or pyramid ion, possibly made of solid gold or electrum, an alloy of gold and silver, would have caught the first and last rays of the sun. They were not just tombs, they were beacons of light and power. So what lies inside these magnificent structures? Let's venture into the Great Pyramid. Unlike other pyramids, it has a complex system of passages and chambers at multiple levels. You enter through a passage, and then you face a choice. A descending passage leads down to a rough, unfinished subterranean chamber, deep in the bedrock. Its purpose is a complete mystery. Did they change their minds? Was it symbolic of the underworld? We don't know. If you go up instead, you ascend through the Grand Gallery, an architectural masterpiece with its soaring, corbelled ceiling. This leads to the so-called Queen's Chamber, a misnomer, as it likely served a ritualistic purpose, not for a queen's burial. At the very heart of the pyramid is the King's Chamber, built entirely of red granite. Inside lies a simple, lidless sarcophagus, found empty. The pharaoh Khufu's mummy and treasures have never been found, adding to the enduring mystery. And the secrets don't end there. For decades, we thought we knew the layout of the Great Pyramid, but modern technology is revealing that we've only scratched the surface. In 2017, a project called Scan Pyramids used muography, a technique that detects particles to see through solid objects to make a stunning discovery. They found a huge, previously unknown void, a hidden cavity at least 100 feet long, located right above the Grand Gallery. They call it the Big Void. What is it? A hidden chamber full of treasure? A structural feature designed to relieve pressure on the gallery below? Or something else entirely? A more recent scan has also revealed a hidden corridor just behind the main entrance. These discoveries prove that the pyramid still holds its secrets tightly, waiting for a new generation of explorers and technology to unlock them. So why go to all this trouble? For the ancient Egyptians, the pyramid was far more than just a burial marker. It was a resurrection machine. Their religion was centered on the afterlife. The pharaoh was not just a king, he was a god in human form. Upon his death, he was expected to journey through the underworld, battle forces of chaos, and be reborn as the sun god Ra, sailing across the sky in a celestial boat for all eternity. The pyramid was the launch pad for this journey. Its shape symbolized the primordial mound from which all life emerged, and its sides represented the rays of the sun, a stairway to the heavens. The intricate spells from the Book of the Dead, inscribed within later pyramids, were a guidebook for the king's soul. The entire structure was a monumental effort to conquer death and ensure eternal life for the pharaoh, and by extension, for all of Egypt. If pyramids were so important, why did the Egyptians stop building them? The era of the Great Pyramids lasted for a few hundred years during the Old Kingdom. Building on such a scale required immense resources and a powerful, centralized government. As time went on, political power shifted, and the economy couldn't sustain such monumental projects. The priesthood grew more powerful, and religious beliefs evolved. The focus shifted from massive pyramids to more discreet tombs, hidden away in places like the Valley of the Kings, to protect them from the rampant tomb robbing that had plundered nearly every pyramid. The age of pyramid building came to an end, not with a bang, but with a gradual shift in culture, politics, and faith. The pyramids of Giza are a testament to what humanity can achieve. They embody a perfect fusion of ambition, ingenuity, and faith. They challenge our perceptions of the ancient world and remind us that there are still profound mysteries left to solve. They are more than just stone. They are a legacy, a question mark etched into the landscape, a symbol of a civilization's quest for immortality. As we continue to scan their depths and study their alignment, we realize that the true secret of the pyramids may not be what's hidden inside them, but the enduring spirit of human creativity they represent. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures.